Today we're going to take a look at what your speed density or volumetric efficiency log should look like, so stick around. Hey everybody, welcome back to the garage, and it's been a while since we've kind of looked at some logs and tunes and things like that, but I wanted to take a moment to show you a data log from one of the custom tunes I'm doing for a customer, and a big shout out to Bo for allowing me to share this log, because honestly, I had to email this guy and ask him, are you getting these logs on a dyno? Whenever we got to the point of doing virtual volumetric efficiency on his platform, the data was so complete that I was blown away. And so I wanted to take a minute to show you what that data looked like, to give you an idea of what you should be trying to accomplish whenever you're doing your speed density logging out there to get the best results, which in turn allows you to make the best adjustments and get the quickest turnaround. Whenever your data looks like this, you're going to get more data. You're going to have to do less adjustments. It's just going to make your life a lot easier. And in order to do a lot of these things, you have to vary up your driving. You have to drive in different gears. You have to try and find hills and go uphill and downhill. And what you're essentially trying to do is hit as many load cells as you can. But let's take a look. We've got the log pulled up here, and I'm going to show you across a couple of the different graphs that I offer as part of the Goat Rope Garage graph download over on our website. But look at all this data. There is just a few spots where we've got some missing cells here that can be easily interpolated out. Even if we were to go over and look at a 2-bar on virtual volumetric efficiency, look at how much data he's collecting out there to make it a lot easier to get all the data in one log. And, you know, this is 22 minutes of driving. You know, it's not something that you can just go out on a 10-minute drive, collect all the data that you need, and expect it to, you know, be easy to make your changes. Yeah, you can go out and do shorter logs, and you're going to be making more changes, and it may work a little bit better on the Gen 3 platforms, but on Gen 4 and 5, when you're using virtual volumetric efficiency, you're going to end up fighting yourself because of the zones that we see in collecting data that's only in one zone or maybe goes into a zone and a half. Whereas this data here, if we were to look at the zones, you know, we're going to have a zone about here and then another zone about here. But all these zones here are completely filled out with viable data. All these zones through here are going to be completely filled out with viable data. And so whenever we make an adjustment and it calculates, it's going to calculate a better outcome. And so we're going to have to make fewer adjustments to get everything to fall in line. So keep that in mind. And the other side of it is if you have this much data where you can completely fill a zone, you can look at the overall average of the correction in a zone and see, well, if this zone is right in this area where we're all in the reds, we could go into that zone right off the bat, highlight the entire zone, and maybe add 3% of fuel in there. And that's going to send anywhere where we're 1.5 to, 2.5 to 3% lean into the rich side, and we've got some spots where we're even more lean. That's going to get it closer to stoic. But the thing about it is whenever we do it that way, it maintains the shape of the zone. That then makes it easier to make adjustments the next time that we get the logs. So I just wanted to take a moment to share this with you guys to give you a better idea of what you should be looking for whenever you're out there doing your logs. And once again, big shout out to Bo, not Joe. A big shout out to Bo for the great data logs. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it as your tuner. And as always, if you're interested, check out our Patreon and our graphs download over at goatropegarage.com. I'm going to get back to it. You guys know the drill. Thanks for stopping by the garage. Remember, ABT, always be tuning.